It is just coming up to 9 o'clock. A brand new television channel goes on air in Lincolnshire today. It's called Estuary TV. It's in Grimsby. So it's the first of 19 ultra-local television stations launching across the UK over the next year.
And the project's partly funded by the BBC. Breakfast Tim Moffat has gone to Grimsby to take a look. Morning, Tim.
Yes, good morning to you from the studios of, as you say, Estuary TV in Grimsby, which is due to launch later today. Some last-minute preparations going on, as you can see. Now, this project, these 19 new local TV stations, were first mooted in 2011 by the then Culture Secretary, Jeremy Hunt. The idea is that it'll give the media industry a bit of a shake-up, get people more involved with their local community, it is hoped. But here's a question, is there really a demand for more TV stations like this?
Greenwich Cablevision operate out of a small shop in Plumstead High Street.
If ultra-local television sounds new, it isn't. 1972, Greenwich Cablevision takes to the air.
As usual, we start off this week with our news desk.
A welcome ray of employment sunshine.
Programming was eclectic.
Right, that's the end of the news. And now I'd like to introduce a local poet, Molly Monkton, who lives in Blackheath.
What's that wild music? What can it be? It's only the fair dear of Blackheath, S.E.
Even without local poets, more recent attempts at local television stations have ultimately failed.
Channel 1, London's cable station for news, sport and entertainment.
Channel 1 broadcast in London, Bristol and Liverpool in the mid-90s to a stubbornly small audience.
Local television, Estuary. Freeview, Channel 8, launching Tuesday.
So can this new network of ultra-local TV stations pick up viewers where others have failed? Well, those running Grimsby's Estuary TV believe audiences can't wait.
They're excited about the fact that they can get involved, that we can directly work with people. They can actually have an influence on the types of programmes that are on the channel. Somebody in an ivory tower somewhere doesn't tell them what they think they might want to watch.
You can get in touch with Estuary TV by...
But some question whether demand for new local TV stations actually exists.
I just don't think that people are going to sit watching local programming. They've so much choice on TV, let's face it, that I'm sure they're not going to bother to go to these kinds of stations. There'll be a bit of novelty value, of course, to begin with, but I don't think it can sustain itself.
The aim is for the new stations to help strengthen local democracy, to report on stories otherwise overlooked by bigger broadcasters.
I don't think there's enough about our areas and the community.
There's nothing wrong with having local telly and things, but there ain't enough for every day, all day. What could you report? You know what I mean?
18 more local channels will launch across the UK next year. Until then, Grimsby is the focus for this new experiment in local television.
Let's have a quick chat to Martin Samuels, who's presenter and production manager. A lot of multi-skilling going on here. How are you feeling, Martin? You nervous?
A little bit. Past few days I've been, yeah, certainly just because of the run up to it. It's just been hectic, you know, a lot of workload.
Are you convinced there's demand for stations like this?
Yeah, of course, yeah, all local. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, exciting times ahead.
Okay, well, very best of luck with it. Now, Grimsby, of course, has been on the news quite a bit recently due to a certain dance-based reality show on Saturday nights. I'm thinking of Mr. Kevin Clifton. Kevin couldn't be here today. He's training hard. But his dad is. Keith Clifton, hello.
Morning.
How are you doing? So what impact do you think this is going to have on Grimsby?
Well, it's going to have a significant effect. We've got a very good local community. Everybody wants to know things very, very quickly. We're in an information technology communication age, and people demand information very quickly, and I think it's going to have a very significant effect.
Okay, so your life has changed a bit, hasn't it? Indirectly through your son.
Absolutely. And we've got a kind of reflected glory.
Well, you have. And you know what? Talking about reflected glory, Susanna Reid is presenting today and she's going to have a chat with you now. Susanna, here he is. It's Kevin's dad. Do you want to have a quick word?
I thought there was something familiar.
Good morning, Susanna.
Good morning. I thought there was something familiar about that voice and that face. How are you?
I'm fine. How was your cha-cha experience at the weekend?
Keith, I think the less we say about the cha-cha, the better. Now, what I'd like to know is how much news happens in Grimsby?
There's an awful lot now. I think with the tagline "Kevin from Grimsby," which has gone viral, I think Grimsby is much more on the map than it was before. So unless he gets the freedom of the borough, I'm not going to be happy.
And apart from Kevin from Grimsby, what other famous names and landmarks can people look forward to hearing about from Grimsby now that this television channel is launching?
Apart from the Dock Tower and the football club and my wife and our dog, I can go on for hours.
Well, they better hire you as a presenter then. Oh, Keith, lovely to see you.
Well, you never know. You never know.
And your dog might get its own show. You never know.
You never know.
Well, there you go. From the studios of Estuary TV, which launches at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Excitement is building. Back to you guys.
Tim, thanks very much. Thanks to Keith as well.
Thanks to Keith.
Staying on the subject of television, we're going to be chatting to a couple